Tampa Bay produces some of the finest goods, services, and food in the world.
The best ice cream you're ever going to taste because we make it by hand, 2 pints at a time.
So here at Fox 13, we've made it our mission to showcase these local businesses and let you meet all of the amazing people who are the driving force behind these incredible companies.
Our products are made in Tampa Bay.
Made in Tampa Bay. Watch for these special stories every week on the Fox 13 4 o'clock news.
Over the last 2 decades at Fox 13, I've interviewed presidents, covered natural disasters, and reported from a war zone. But nothing is more important than this. You'll often hear what's wrong with our world, but it's my mission to show you what's right with Tampa Bay. From Lakeland to Largo and everywhere in between, you'll meet amazing people who make a positive impact here every day. Because it's not just a passion for me, it's a commitment.
Good job.
What's right with Tampa Bay, weeknights on the Fox 13 6 o'clock news.
The Fox 13 Care Force has teamed up with Metropolitan Ministries for a holiday campaign we call Triple Match.
Just take out your camera, click on the QR code, and the amount you donate will be tripled.
That's 3 times the money.
Which provides 3 times the food.
It's an easy way to triple the chance of giving hope to Bay Area families in need.
Get your day started the right way with Good Day Tampa Bay.
Right now at 4, improving safety in Ybor City. Some of the efforts underway by the Tampa Police Department following October's deadly shooting.
Plus, the stakes were higher and the stage smaller at the 4th Republican debate. But were the presidential hopefuls able to convince voters that President Trump was not the best pick?
And the Tampa Bay Rays. It has a nice ring to it. We're all used to it, right? But some elected officials don't think so. The push for the team to permanently change their name. Trade rumors and now name change.
Oh my
Rays
goodness.
Rays are in the conversation for sure. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 4 o'clock hour of Good Day Tampa Bay on this Thursday. I'm Walter Allen.
And I'm Elise Wick in for Jen Epstein this morning. Hi, Dave. Morning. It's cold out there.
It is cold out there.
No,
it is.
It's not.
Crystal River's in the 30s. We're in the 40s. It's not awful. I mean, I think overall it was colder last week, or a couple of weeks ago, I think it was. I'm kind of losing my weeks here. Anyway, but we are 34 degrees at Crystal River, 36 in Brooksville, 47 degrees in Tampa, 48 in Bradenton. So, you know, obviously packing your winter gear this morning. We've got the temperatures in the 30s and the 40s for the most part. And we will get just a few little wisps of clouds to roll through today, but in general, we're back to mostly sunny skies. Our temperatures, this is what's going to be the crazy part. We're starting in the 40s and the 30s, and what we're looking at for today, our temperatures getting right back up into the lower 70s. Okay, so mostly sunny, cold start, but a pleasant finish.
All right, Dave, thank you. Developing this morning, a 14-year-old is now facing upgraded charges for his alleged role in the deadly Ybor City shooting in October. Police chief made the announcement during a news conference last night. The shooting prompting Tampa police to take extra measures to keep that area safe.
Yeah, and today they're expecting to give an update on their efforts. Fox 13's Kelly Cowan is covering this story for us. Kelly, what do we know so far, and walk us through what happened?
It's been 6 weeks since that deadly shooting, and we know that police presence in Ybor City has certainly stepped up. We're going to hear from Chief Burkaw today on their efforts. A second suspect, 22-year-old Tyrell Phillips, has already been charged with murder. He was arrested just hours after the shooting for his role in killing a 14-year-old. 16 other people were hurt in the shooting, and Tampa police say they are still looking for additional shooters. Anyone with information can report to Crime Stoppers and stay anonymous. You can also report to 411 TIPS.
All right, Kelly. Kelly Cowan reporting for us live. Thank you. Well, the Republican Party of Sarasota County has joined the calls for Christian Ziggler to resign from his leadership roles in the Republican Party. And others are also calling on his wife to resign from the Sarasota County School Board. Bridget Ziggler is not under criminal investigation, but her husband, who is not charged, is facing an allegation of sexual assault. His accuser told Sarasota police she arranged to have sex with both Zigglers, but only Christian showed up against the woman's objection. Bridget admitted to officers they had a similar encounter a year ago. Those calling for her resignation say it's adding noise to a board that should be focused on students.
The hypocrisy and the lack of integrity around public policy that this woman has demonstrated along with her husband, and frankly, the legislature passing these bills. I think people really need to understand that this was to create a mistrust around public education.
Support Our Schools, a group founded to support public school education, is among the groups calling for her resignation. It plans to hold a rally before the next school board meeting next Tuesday. It's also the last meeting of the year. Bridget has not responded to requests for comment. According to the Herald Tribune, she has, however, resigned from her role at the Conservative Leadership Institute.
The U.S. could be getting more involved in Israel's war against Hamas. Attorney General Merrick Garland says the Justice Department is investigating and could seek charges against Hamas members who killed 30 Americans on October 7th. Closer to home, caught on camera, a Good Samaritan stopping a carjacking at a Publix in Riverview. Watch this in the highlighted portion of your screen. You can see the victim, Billy Richard, walk past the suspect who's sitting on the curb. He then gets up and walks towards her. And at this point, she says he's demanding for her keys. She says no and turns away. She tries to fight him off. He ends up snatching the key as she falls to the ground. And you can see two Good Samaritans run over and get a hold of him. Hold him down for several minutes until police arrived. Richard calls them her angels.
I was really blessed. They came to my rescue. I didn't break a bone. I could have been stabbed. I could have, been shot or anything. I'm blessed.
Richard got to meet one of the men who helped her yesterday for the first time since the attack and thank him for stopping the carjacking. The suspect, 42-year-old Robert Moore, faces battery charges. He's currently in the Hillsborough County Jail.
Well, the Lightning, the Bucks, the Rowdies, and the Rays all represent Tampa Bay. But one St. Petersburg city councilor is proposing an official name talk for a name change from the Tampa Bay Rays to the St. Petersburg Rays. St. Petersburg city councilor Gina Driscoll is requesting city managers talk with the Rays during their negotiations about the stadium. Then in January, she'd like for the city administration to come back to the council and let them know how those talks went and if they want to move forward with the name change.
A lot of people have been talking about this idea, and I thought we should have a discussion about it and just see where that goes.
And with that,
discussions about a Tampa Bay Rays name change is going to be on an agenda item on December 14th. And again, nothing is expected to move forward until January when council reconvenes.
I wonder what the price tag would be for that.
Yeah.
Change all the signage and everything. Huh. All right, still ahead on Good Day, the Senate blocking a bill that would provide tens of billions of dollars in military aid to Ukraine.
And why Republicans are refusing to push the president's request. And California Representative Kevin McCarthy bows out when the former House Speaker is set to leave Congress and how this will impact his party.
Whether it's $1, $13, or more.
Donating to the Fox 13 Care Force Triple Match campaign will go 3 times farther to help families in need.
You're watching Good Day Tampa Bay.
Welcome back, everybody. 4:13 the time, making headlines across America. 3 people are dead, and 1 person is hurt after a shooting at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas.
The suspected shooter is also dead. Police say the suspect was a 67-year-old college professor who tried to get a job at the school. The shooting happened just before noon yesterday. The suspect was killed in a shootout with 2 detectives outside of the university's business school. Students say they were terrified. Well, and in California, Santa Claus ditched his sleigh for a helicopter. He took a trip to a children's hospital in Los Angeles yesterday. When he then rappelled down the side of the building, Santa brought about 1,000 gifts for patients and their family members. This trip down south for Santa is a part of the Toys and Joys annual event. It was me, Dave. I actually directed the helicopter, and I told him to do that.
Well, listen. That's amazing and all, but Santa, you could sit inside the helicopter too. They do have seats inside. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Hey,
I don't think I could handle that.
This guy is used to open air sleigh.
Fair enough.
Oh, that's true, Walter.
Zipping across.
You're absolutely right. Didn't think about it that way.
That's a good point.
Anyway.
His beard's still holding strong.
Yeah.
It might be a little.
No.
4:16, cold outside, 30s and 40s out there, and grab your cold weather gear. But it's going to be an interesting day because by the end of the day, we're going to be back in the lower 70s. So we've got a huge temperature range for today. 47 degrees in Tampa. It's 41 in Brandon. Oh, will Brandon go below 40? 43 degrees in Wesley Chapel. Brooksville, you're at 36, and 34 degrees in Crystal River. So obviously a pretty cold start colder to the north. You got Tallahassee at 33 and 38 degrees in Panama City. This is the coldest morning. It has been well advertised. We said Thursday morning is the coldest morning, and now we're going to turn things right back around again, and we're going to start by shifting our winds a little bit. So instead of that due north or northwest wind, we're going to get more of a northeasterly wind today. That'll get us back up to around that 70-degree mark. Then from there, we go to more of an easterly wind on Friday and Saturday, and the southeast wind, that's going to get us back up into the lower 80s. So yes, we're still on target for lower 80s Saturday afternoon after this morning's cold weather. Dew points are low. That drier air that came in yesterday really knocked it down, but it'll go back up. However, going through Saturday into Sunday, I don't think it's going to be awful. The dew points aren't going to get sky high. They're going to be kind of in the moderate category. So we're going to go from low humidity to moderate humidity. Our future cast, really just a few high clouds here and there, and it's going to be pretty quiet over the next couple of days. We'll get back to near 70, maybe 71 today. However, from there, we're going to go back into the upper 70s with some cloud cover starting to roll in for Friday. Our rain chance, though, continues to be on Sunday. But one thing I wanted to point out real quick, as we go into Sunday morning, we're fine. Sunday early afternoon, we're still okay. If we get a line of rain, it may not come through until Sunday night now. Okay, so the models are kind of just pushing it, making it just a little bit slower, 6 to 10 hours slower than it was going to be. That's really about the only difference. Little line of rain coming through late Sunday night, and then slightly cooler again for Monday. So a pleasant afternoon after this cold start. Your high today near 70 degrees, 77 tomorrow, 82 on Saturday, and that line of rain, but it won't be till late in the day on Sunday, Elise.
Thank you, Dave.
All right, Dave. Still ahead, a record number of travelers expected to take to the skies for the holidays over the next several weeks.
And that could be stressful for pilots, how federal regulators aim to keep safety a top priority. Plus, the saying, what's mine is yours, may take on a whole new meaning when it comes to your health. We'll explain those risks of one health condition for spouses. Welcome back in your health headlines. Amid the holiday rush, the National Transportation Safety Board is addressing pilot mental health with its first ever summit. Get that blood pressure checked. Well, ahead in entertainment.
I was going to say that the marriage causes the...
Oh, Walter. Moving on to entertainment, a global superstar receives special recognition for a record-breaking year.
I know, that's why Natalie has it, for sure. And a popular reality star will make their Broadway debut in January. Headlines in Hollywood when we come back.
Fox 13's Prime Time is sponsored locally by Rooms to Go.
Learn how to triple the money you give to Metro Ministries at fox13careforce.com.
Welcome back, everybody. Entertainment news this morning. Taylor Swift is Time's Person of the Year.
And from Bravo to Broadway, reality star Ariana Madix is set to star in Chicago. Fox's Ashley Dvorkin has the latest from Hollywood.
Straight ahead in our next half hour, a Central Florida organization ordered to repay money, why the Florida Department of State wants the funds back.
Plus, celebrating Hanukkah, Fox 13's Matthew McClellan is live with a preview of some of the events happening in the Bay Area today.
Hey, Elise, good morning. A wave of anti-Semitism raising concerns among Jewish families ahead of Hanukkah celebrations tonight. After the break, how local congregations are preparing. We'll be right back.
You're watching Good Day Tampa Bay.
Welcome back, everybody. 4:30 on this Thursday. I'm Walter Allen.
And I'm Elise Zwick. Jen Epstein has the morning off. Dave, it's cold out there today, say.
When I got blue on my map, that's cold. Blue means cold, means grab your jackets. That's what it means. 34 degrees in Crystal River this morning. And I know you're 36 degrees in the Brooksville area. 40 in Brandon, you're dipping down. 47 in Tampa, actually Clearwater with a 49-degree start this morning. So yeah, and listen, this is not anything major, but still, for Florida, by Florida standards, it is pretty chilly outside this morning. But also by Florida standards, we can turn it right around this afternoon. So we'll be in mid-50s by 9 o'clock, mid-60s by noon. Yep, and then we're going to top it off today under mostly sunny skies with a high right around 70 degrees. Okay?
Dave, thank you.
Yep.
4:31 is our time, and across the world, Jewish families are getting ready to light the first candle on their menorahs to celebrate the start of Hanukkah. This year, the message of light in the darkness feels especially timely among the grief and worry surrounding the Israel-Hamas war. The community is looking towards this sacred holiday as a symbol of hope, defiance, and strength.
Fox 13's Matthew McClellan is live this morning with how people are celebrating and what emotions this evokes from the community. Matt, good morning.
Walter, good morning to you. One of these celebrations tonight is in Clearwater, 5 p.m. at Coachman Park, kicking off Hanukkah celebrations there with an event called United Through Light. Tomorrow at the St. Pete congregation, Rabbi Zaremski will be joined by Congresswoman Anna Paulina Luna for a Hanukkah service and to address how local leaders can keep safe this holiday. A local instructor lending a hand as well, Walter, as I send it back to you, on Sunday offering a free self-defense class at the Newport Richie congregation. This, of course, amid this wave of anti-Semitism that we are seeing here in the U.S. and around the world. Walter?
All right, Matt McClellan, live for us this morning. We'll touch later on. Thanks. 4:33 at the time. The judge says a man who intentionally crashed into 2 Hillsborough County deputies is incompetent to stand trial. Ralph Boozy is accused of ramming his car into deputies last month as they were investigating a domestic violence call at a home in Brandon. Boozy did not appear in court yesterday for the brief hearing. After reviewing a doctor's report, the judge ordered Boozy to receive treatment at a state mental facility.
And so based on that recommendations and findings, and Dr. Iannuzzi's really detailed report, find Mr. Boozy is not competent to proceed and meets the criteria for involuntary commitment and secure placement. And so we'll have a secure placement for Mr. Boozy.
His attorneys and family have said Boozy has a history of mental illness, and it was a mental episode that prompted a relative to call the sheriff's office that day. The ruling does not mean Boozy will never be prosecuted, just that he'll undergo treatment until he's well enough to go to trial.
Well, detectives in Hernando County say they finally arrested an attempted murder suspect after 2.5 years on the run. They say he was hiding in South America. Harry Sakari was wanted for a brutal attack of a man in July of 2021. Detectives believe he fled to Guyana shortly after, so they alerted the State Department and authorities to look out for him there. In early November of this year, they say he went to the American Embassy and to get a passport to the U.S. On November 21st, Sakari flew to Miami, where he was immediately met by customs agents. He was transferred to the Hernando County Jail Tuesday and is being held without bail. Well, get your credit cards ready. Tickets for the Florida Strawberry Festival go on sale this morning. The 11-day fest is bringing over 20 top artists to the area. There will be tons of contests, rides to go on, and of course, some great musical performances. Artists on the lineup include Cody Johnson, Flo Rida, Jordan Davis, and many more. The festival runs from January 29th to March 10th. Advanced admission tickets will be available for purchase. All of this is starting at 8 a.m. on the festival's website. Tickets will cost $10 for adults and $5 for kids. Well, tonight, Lakeland will be hosting their 42nd annual Christmas parade. It kicks off at 7 p.m. with a fireworks display over Lake Mirror. At the same time, the parade will leave the RP Funding Center, making its way down Lemon Street and spreading the holiday joy throughout downtown Lakeland. The theme for this year's parade is Christmas in Candyland, and there have been over 120 entries for floats, marching bands, and decorated trailers. Oh, fun. The parade ends with Mr. and Mrs. Claus atop of their sleigh.
The Wienermobile.
All of the fun floats.
I was going to say, all of it. Nice.
Well, coming up in business, home buyers may finally catch a break next year. Some of the market factors that will help.
Plus, thank your delivery drivers even more than a tip this holiday season. A new promotion at Pizza Hut. And ahead of 5, it's kind of cold we don't experience in Florida. And for hundreds of sea turtles, they weren't too keen on the ice or water themselves. Coming up, the rescue mission up north that brought dozens of the turtles here to Florida for a much-needed warm-up.
Well, welcome back. In your business headlines, stock futures are slightly lower. This morning, investors will watch for the weekly jobless claims that are due today. Meanwhile, stocks closed lower Wednesday, and the Dow lost 70 points, the NASDAQ down 83, and the S&P dropped over 17 points. Well, Florida is one of the places with the most identity theft and fraud in America. That's according to a new report by Wallet Hub. The Sunshine State came in third on the list. Meanwhile, Washington, D.C. took first, followed by Delaware. And completing the top 5, Nevada and Georgia, respectively. Well, Wallet Hub took a look at several factors, including the number of fraud and identity theft complaints and the average amount lost due to fraud. Well, Pizza Hut is introducing a new way to thank your delivery drivers this holiday season. Customers can order a free reverse delivery doormat. It comes with a QR code that delivery drivers from any company can scan to get $25 worth of Pizza Hut food. Pizza Hut says it will only offer 50 mats a day until Sunday on a first-come, first-served basis. Delivery drivers will be able to redeem the offer as long as supplies last until Wednesday, December 27th. Huh.
I'm confused.
Me too.
Leave a box, get a box? So you're buying a pizza and then they also...
And then you leave the box on the doorstep with a code?
Well, no, it's a doormat.
Yeah.
And then so they scan and then they get free pizza?
Do we pay for the doormat?
I think you pick up the doormat from what it sounds like, scan the code and give them $25? Maybe?
I don't know. Guys, it's 4:43.
Yeah.
Let's not worry about it right now because it's not open anyway.
I would say this from a delivery driver's perspective. They probably get enough Pizza Hut as it is.
That's true.
Straight cash, homie. Just give them the money.
47 degrees outside.
That's funny.
Got enough breadsticks in you, right?
I've had enough pizza.
Yeah, we got
John's? No, Domino's?
We've got temperatures mainly in the 40s. Now, there are some spots in the north in the 30s, but I got Plant City right at 40 degrees this morning. All the chill in eastern Hillsborough County. I got New Tampa at 42. Then we get up into the 30s. Zephyr Hills, you're at 38. Bushnell, 39. 34 in Crystal River. It's 38. Weeki-Wachee. See, it's cold. Yeah, it's not. Listen, for me, it's about a freezing thing, right? Once we get down to the freezing mark, that's when things start to become problematic here in Florida. So until we're there, it's just another extra layer we're going to throw on this morning. Lakewood Ranch, 47, and inland locations in the 40s as well. Look at the difference, though, between yesterday morning and this morning. Tampa, for instance, 12 degrees colder. Crystal River, you're 22 degrees colder than you were yesterday at this time. Why? What is the major difference? A couple of things. Well, we had that drier air settle in yesterday, right? That strong north wind brought in all that drier air. Then the winds went calm or relatively light. So you're allowing the temperature to drop rapidly with that drier air in place, that radiational cooling, the clear skies that we had overnight, basically the calm winds, the dry air. You put it all together, and that's why we had such a temperature drop this morning. However, drier air warms up just as fast as it cools off. So what I'm telling you is as the sun comes up, it'll be mostly sunny, more of a northeasterly wind today. So the cold air is done draining in, and now we're going to warm it right back up again. So and from the 30s and the 40s, we go right back up close to 70. Now, a couple spots may stay in the upper 60s today, but all in all, huge difference this afternoon from where we are right now. Tonight, some clouds will roll in late. 50s, 40s and 50s will be on the map tomorrow morning rather than 30s and 40s. And then tomorrow even warmer. We'll bring it back up to about 77 degrees for tomorrow afternoon. Northeast winds 10 to 15 knots for boaters today. Moderate chop on the coastal water. Still on target for a line of rain Sunday, but it may not be till very late in the day. So for those around Sunday afternoon, you may be able to squeeze that event in before the showers come through on Sunday evening.
On sports this morning, it's been a week of milestones for the Tampa Bay Lightning. On Monday, they celebrated the 1,000th career game for Victor Hedman, honored the occasion with a win. Last night, the franchise celebrated its 33rd birthday. Doesn't look a day over 21. 33rd birthday, and they're looking to cap it off with a win at home. Taking on the Pittsburgh Penguins at Amalie. Still ahead, a wild round up for officers in New Jersey. See the large animal that would not go down without a fight. It's coming up next. Plus, a startling sight for a local chicken owner. Her flock suddenly stops moving. Is this something from Alfred Hitchcock? Why the birds were frozen in time. They were frozen.
The Fox 13 Care Force is teaming up with Metropolitan Ministries for a holiday campaign we call Triple Match.
Just take out your camera and click on the QR code, and the amount you donate will be tripled.
That means 3 times the money,
which will provide 3 times the food and triples the chance of giving hope to Bay Area families in need.
Welcome back, everybody. 4:52 the time. Let's take a look at the top trending stories overnight.
Well, first up, a life-size chocolate statue of Timothée Chalamet as Willy Wonka has been unveiled in London's Square. Trafalgar Square, rather. It was created by chocolate sculptor Jen Lindsay Clark and a team of model makers. The statue is equivalent of over 1,000 chocolate bars. It stands more than 6 feet tall. Now we looked it up, and Chalamet is 5'10", so either they are giving him a few extra inches, or that's one tall top hat, huh?
Yeah.
The movie Wonka will be released December 15th with pretty decent reviews.
And that's a pretty good statue.
Yeah.
That's a pretty decent statue. All right. Cold plunge taking to new heights in Norway. This is Daredevil Ken Storms jumping. Oh, my.
Oh, wow.
132 feet up in the air. Full send.
And
bye-bye.
Oh.
Oh, he belly flops into the freezing cold waters, setting a new world record, although we're not sure what the previous record was. It's hard to believe anyone would want to try to break it. This is known as the death dive.
I can see why.
Well, it looked dangerous. Storms was just fine, and there was a boat nearby.
Nope.
Oh, belly flop.
Why are they all not moving? What? What is happening right now?
Well, in Tampa, feeding time takes a strange turn for a woman. Brianna Antoinette was in the process of feeding her chickens mealworms. She says she typically films it, but this time she captured something a bit different. Her chickens began to run to her and then suddenly froze in place. But there is an explanation for this. Brianna says freezing is a defense mechanism for chickens. And in her flock's case, it was triggered by a nearby hawk. Okay.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Creepy.
Yeah.
All right, we're all friends here. Oh my God.
I like the pep talk. We're all friends here, pal, all right? A pair of New Jersey police officers got a call they may not have been ready for. They're ready for all calls, but this one's a tall order for sure. Meet Albert and Swine. Boy, did it give these New Jersey officers quite a run for their money. The 4-year-old pig can be seen dodging officers in Deptford Township, just outside of Philly. On their social media page, the police department joked, through the use of de-escalation techniques and the latest technology, officers were finally able to apprehend the suspect. The pig was unharmed in all of this and is now back home after his wild run-in with police.
Imagine going home and telling that story over the dinner table. What would you do today? Chased a pig.
He just squeaked out of custody, didn't he?
Yes. Good job. Good
all
job.
Right, let's go to commercial before I have any more.
Still ahead, a family is hoping to brighten the holidays for a Vietnam veteran.
They started a Christmas card campaign this morning, how you can get involved. Be right back.
Well, that does it for us here at 4.
Good Day at 5 starts right now.